Good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to the second lecture of Learn Python Programming. Here we will learn the syntax of programming language, as well as today we will compare with the C program. So let's start. Python's syntax, if we compare with other programming language, how it is different. Python is designed for readability, that we have also covered in previous lecture, that it is similar to like writing any sentence in English language. Has some similarity to English language. Python uses new line to complete a command, that it always, to complete a program, always write a new line, as opposed to other programming language which often use semicolon or parenthesis. This we will further compare in the upcoming slide. Okay. Python relies on indentation. This is very important, that what is indentation? Using white spaces to define scope, and what is scope, such as scope of loop function classes. So let's say when you write a program for if statement, usually we will write a statement under curly braces, right? It doesn't matter whether we have provided a white space before the braces or before writing. Suppose I am writing a print statement, whether we have given any space or not. But Python uses indentation that shows that suppose if you are writing a command for if and press enter for the statement, it will by default take some space before it, white space. After that you will write your statement, and from the next line here scope is defined as these statements belong to the if condition. After that, if you want to like write for loop out of if scope, you can write from beginning of the without the white space. So white space is used to identify that what are the statement belong to this conditional statement like if, for, loop, etc. Further, when we write a statement for if and for, you will see that how indentation works, and if you don't give indentation, what type of error you will get. Now let's see here a C program, where first whenever you write a basic C program, first you have to define the header file, right? Like hash include the stdio.h, hash include codename.h. If you don't write these words, you will get error and you will didn't get the proper output. After that, you have to give a return type, mean function, which is responsible to run the C program. Then after you will give these brackets, and under this you will write printf hello world. After that you have to write getch so that it will hold the output stream, and after so many lines you will get a single output, that is hello world. So this is a basic C program. Everyone has studied that how you will create a hello world program. Now let's see what happens in Python when we create a hello world program. In Python you just write print in quotes, you will write hello world, bracket close, that's it, and you will get hello world. So this is a comparison, that here only in one statement you are getting a single output, and whereas in C, after writing so many lines, you are getting the output hello world. That's why Python program is easy to understand, easy to learn, and we can say that it's like you are reading an English language. Next, features of Python. What are the important features of Python? It is easy to learn and use. It is easy to learn and use. It is an expressive language that is readable, that if anyone doesn't know about the Python programming language and its syntax, but still if it will read in some few statements able to understand. It is an interpreted language, that is after the line of code is properly written in proper semantics and syntax, then only you can jump into the next line, otherwise you will get an error or you will didn't get the proper output. Cross-platform language, that I have already told you that platform here means operating system. if a code is written in a Python ideally on Windows, it can be run on Unix, Mac as well as on Raspberry Pi or any other operating system. It is free and open source. That's why Python programming, this is the main feature why it is this much popular. Free, that means you don't have to pay anything to use Python programming language. You can directly download it from the website of official website of Python and install on your system. And open source means that you can add your module to the standard library of Python, or you can just create some module. You can write your own code, create your module and publish it onto the GitHub, which can be further accessed by anyone around the world. Next is, it is an object oriented language, that is it supports object oriented classes. I have already told you that. Let's discuss what is object oriented and how we can create object in programming language. So suppose we have a class, like we have a class in our colleges and there are many students. So there is some similar property that everyone belong to the BTech 4th sem, right? And every student have the similar property. So we have a class of BTech 4th sem and every student is its object, where we can define S1, S2, so on as object. Every object can access all the membership element of class B, that whatever the lecture will be taken in class or whatever the functions will defined in BTech 4th sem will S1, S2 or all the objects can access it, right? So that's why Python is an object oriented programming language. It supports this type of syntax. Next is extensible. It can be, it implies that other programming languages C, C++ can also be used to compile the code, that we can further integrate, or Python can be extensible with C and C++. Large standard library, multiple modules are available which you can use. GUI programming support, that is graphical user interface, can also be designed like applet in Java. In Java we create an applet, right? Here we give some button, it's like system programming. So Python also supports system programming as well as GUI based programming. Integrated, it can be integrated with C, C++, Java and etc. So today we will, as theoretically we have already covered features, uses, etc. about Python. In this today we will do some small programming and I will tell you what is interactive shell and what is script mode. So first program, as all traditional programming language, here we will write our first program, that is hello world. This is the interactive shell which you can, after installation, by clicking on the Windows button, just type Python and click on Python. Just a minute. Python IDLE, that is Integrated Development Learning Environment, right? So you will get this type of window where it will mention the version of Python, which version you are using on which type of system, like I have Windows 32. Now here these three arrow means that you have to write command before after this, and if you don't have arrow before it, it means this is an output. In the previous lectures we have covered, when we have compared with C programming language, that it is an English language and it will just take one statement. So when I have written print bracket in quotes hello, because we are reading a string, so it is necessary to put it into the quotes, you will get, and when you press enter, you will get output hello. That's it. When you write any function like print, you will get a suggestion like this, that print value, separate by comma, semicolon, end with a new line, fill, syst, out dot. Suppose these type of function suggestion by default Python gives you, right? This is interactive mode because in this whenever you write a command, immediately when you press enter you will get output and it will give you a next 333 arrow to write second command. Now interpreter act as simple calculator. You can type any expression at it. It will write the value, expression, syntax, straightforward, operator. Interactive shell support plus, minus, into and working just like in most other programming language. Let's compute some mathematical calculation on ideally to understand this. So here I have written 2 plus 2. I haven't mentioned that it is a math operator. I have just written a single command, that is 2 plus 2, and when I have put enter it will give me output 40. As well as it follows the BODMAS rule. By default you don't have to write any code for it. Suppose I have written 50 minus 5 into 6 divided by 4. If you calculate it manually you will get output 5. By default it gives output as a float number. Remember this thing, right? So 50 minus 5 into 6, 30 divided by 20 divided by 4, you will get 5.0. In this you have just written as like calculator, writing on calculator, you just write a single command and you get the output 5.0. As well as 8 by divided by 5, here I have put a comment that is division always return a floating point number by default, right? So when we have provided when I have written this command 8 divided by 5, it gave me the output that is 1.6. So this is how much simple it is. You don't have to use a calculator, you can just write a single statement and get the mathematical output. Now let's discuss the script shell. These are the single command or single command operation you can say. But if I want to write multiple lines because I want to create my own function, or I want a program where I have an integrated statement like for loop, because for loop is not a single command, right? So for that we can use script mode. How you can get a script mode? Just click on file button, click on new file. After that select, when you click a new file, a new window like this will open. Here write print in brackets hello comma world, that's it. To run this, first you have to save this file. So again click on the file window of this window, this new script mode window. Click on save as. By default let the path, don't change this path. If you want you can change, but still let it be. Write your file name test, write your file name whatever you want. I have written test. By default see it gives you save as, type Python file. After that click on save button. Once you will save this file by once you will click on save button, your file will be changed from untitled to test.py. That means now this is your file, your file has been saved successfully. To run the program, click on the run button and run module, and there is a shortcut key to run the script of the file, Python file, that is F5. You can directly click press F5 on your keyboard and you will get output. But now here comes the where we will get an output. Any script file, when you run a script file you will get output always on the interactive shell. So again when you go to the interactive shell you will get the output like hello comma Python. And how we can say that we are getting this output from a script mode? Because see here we haven't write any program, right, any command, but here a command is written, that is restart C user del, that test.py file is currently running, and what it is giving output, that is hello comma Python. So these are the two modes, that is two mode we have discussed, that is interactive mode and script mode, or you can say shell mode and script mode. Sometimes it has been it has been put a question that what is the difference between shell mode and the script mode. So answer is simple. In shell mode, as soon as you will write a command and press enter, immediately you will get an output. But in script mode, we write a complete script of multiple files, save it as the .py file, and when we run a program or when we run our script or .py file, we get output on shell, right?